It's that time of the day again. We are creating another GPT. I have an idea on the list for a GPT Idea Generator, which will basically make it easier to come up with new GPTs if I can't think of any. This is also a cool way to show how to get AI or ChatGPT or a GPT to help you iterate on something. So we'll build that into it. Let's start off with create a GPT. We'll use the create so that people can see it, and then we'll go deeper in the configuration. I'd like to make, let's just do this. A GPT that generates ideas for other GPTs. I gotta start using this voice to text more. Probably makes it easier than watching me type. So what this will do is write a name, a description, some custom instructions that we'll see in configure, and then it'll ask if we want to generate a logo. We'll just use its base logo, but they all look the same, the type of logos they create, so, or that DALL-E creates through this. Yes. So we will generate our own logo and our own description, change the custom instructions, all the good stuff. It'll be fun to see what sort of logo it comes up with for what it is now calling Idea Spark. Cool thing is it goes, ooh. Yes. Oh, it's already in there. Cool, so create a random GPT concept. Dreamweaver. Dreamweaver is specialized in interpreting, analyzing, and even creating dream narratives by integrating psychological theories in a vast database of dream symbolization. I like it. Let's see. AI provides tips on improving sleep quality. That is a lot. I mean, it is in depth. So we'll, as we go in to customize it, we'll kind of pare down the things that it outputs. Why it's beneficial, interesting is cool. I mean, we don't really care about the name. We don't need it to be a special name. We want to concentrate more on the idea. So let's go ahead and look at what we got going on. I generate creative ideas for new GPTs, Idea Spark. And let's look. So it says your role is to generate innovative and creative ideas. Let's go ahead and space these out. You'll focus on suggesting unique concepts, features, and functionalities. So that's why it output the way it did, is specifically concepts, features, and functionalities. If we went back and looked at that example, it just did that through the list. Your goal is not to create detailed designs, but provide a starting point. I like that. You should emphasize creativity and originality in your suggestions, avoiding generic or already widely implemented ideas. In providing ideas, you should explain why they would be beneficial, interesting. Encourage to ask questions, better understand the user's needs, but should lean towards making responses based on the information given. Your responses should be imaginative, inspiring, and thought-provoking, helping users explore the potential. That's cool. But what I'm really interested is in solving problems that people run into day to day. Creative ideas for apps that solve people's everyday problems. These apps use LLMs and the Open AI API to take in natural language and accomplish tasks or answer questions. So ChatGPT is built on OpenAI's API. That is a service that they have. All of these are technically making calls to the API with the structure of a GPT, with custom instructions. There's token limit, like maximums, minimums you can put in, stuff like that. So instead of calling it a GPT, in the other days when we've done it, throwing the word GPT in there can skew what it does. We want to just tell it that it's an app that uses large language models in the OpenAI API to take in natural language, which just means people typing in the way they naturally do, not code, and accomplish tasks or answer questions. You will take a second upon receiving users. Let's say users will type, this is a cool thing, generate. Let's see. You only accept the input generate. Yeah. If somebody inputs something different than generate, please respond with the sentence, I am an app that only generates random ideas. You must type generate to get one of them. So what this is trying to do is saying if only to input the \generate. So if somebody inputs anything different than \generate, just tell them I'm an app that only generates random ideas. You must type \generate to get one of them. Your goal is to create the starting point for an app that solves a real-world problem for people. Some examples would be the GPTs we built the last few days. An app that creates titles for YouTube videos, based on transcripts, comma, an app that creates YouTube descriptions based on transcripts, comma, an app that comes up with names for other apps based on the description of them, comma, an app that takes in a Craigslist link and searches the web for comparable prices and analyzes whether it's a good buy or not. Boom. Your goal is to create this starting app that solves a real world problem. Why are we still doing this? Goal is to create the starting point for an app that solves a real world problem for people. Some examples would be an app that creates do descriptions. Sweet. So those are apps. Cool. Let's just say be creative. Be creative. Let's just say be authentic in your suggestion. Briefly explain the concept and why it is interesting. At the end, ask if the user likes that or if there are any things, changes they would like to explore. If they have ideas for changes, you can respond to them. Let's just see what this does. Also, I just got, I don't know if you saw it, but it said that wasn't working. There was like a little thing that popped up that said it couldn't save. All right, cool. Let's see what happens when we do generate. Mindful Meal Planner. Mindful Meal Planner is an app designed to help users plan their meals in a way that is both health conscious and environmentally sustainable. Utilizing natural language processing, the app allows users to input their dietary preferences and environmental concerns. Once the user provides their preference and goals, the app generates A weekly meal plan. It suggests recipes that fit their dietary needs. I like it. Oh, I like it. I mean, healthy eating is tough, so that is a good point. Do you like this idea? Are there any changes you would like to explore? I want to make one quick update. This is just like a bunch of that. Please output in Markdown. Using structured Markdown. All right, let's see what happens there. I want it to actually have like, there we go, headlines, bolded. That if you do that, why it's interesting. Cool. This to me is much more readable than this. I get tired of reading that stuff. I like to skim and I like to scan. Beautiful. Meal wheel. Snap designed to solve the common dilemma, choosing what to eat. I wonder if it's only going to do meal stuff. Budget Buddy. Financial management app. Okay, cool. I like that. Whoop. Let's see if it picks that up. Oh, yeah, it didn't like... That answers the question on whether or not it'll do other stuff. Health habit helper. Maintaining healthy habits. That's cool. It's funny that everyday problems are defaulting to health, finances, and food. I mean, it's fucking true, for sure. That's what most people have problems with. Language leap. Ooh, personalized language learning. Dude, this is pretty solid. Let's see what happens if we go and try to name, just come up with a name for one of these. I'm interested to know if the model, Namerator. So this is the GPT we built in a previous video. Just given an app that is an end-of learning user input the currency. Yeah. So you're supposed to give a description of a GPT. It gives you a name. Lingua Boost. Ooh. Okay, cool. Lingua Lift. I like it. Let's see what happens if we put this in the Namerator. Oh, it picked that up. Hold on. That's funny. Whoops. So when I put this, you only accept the input generate, it now has that context in this conversation. And if I don't do see, so now if I go generate, it will come up with an idea. Whoops. That's a little bit of insight into how these chats work with context. All right, let's see. Ugh, all right. Ask or answer questions that solve. Ooh. Real world problems. Let's just say an app that generates innovative and creative ideas for apps that solve people's real world problems. Idea Inspirer. Yeah, to the point. Let's see. Idea Inspirator. What happened? So you can click this thing to edit a previous prompt. Right. An idea generator. Oh, network error. For conceptual apps. What if we just did that? I'm going to copy it just in case we lose it. Idea Brew. Suggest a place where concepts and creativity. I don't mind Idea Brew. We could get a good logo for that. I'm going to put this underneath here for now, just in case we lose it when I hit regenerate. Concept Spark. I like Idea Brew. Let's fucking light it up with that. Alright. Actually, we can go to... Where's Dolly? Motherfucker. There we go. Alright, so let's change it to Idea Brew. Where'd it go? Place we're gonna akin to a coffee shop for the mind. So let's create a logo. Create a simple icon logo with clean lines for Idea Brew, an app where concepts and creative are mixed and brewed akin to a coffee shop for the mind. I actually want to do a side-by-side test with Prompt Perfect, which is my other GPT, my main guy. It was a plugin, one of the earlier plugins. It should... So what will happen is it takes this prompt automatically, it sends it to our API, it enhances it for context and detail, and then it returns it, and it'll create... It does a bunch of things, but it has Dolly built in, so it works for this as well. Oh, damn, that's good. Alright, let's see if Prompt Perfect... I like that a lot. I like that one too. They're all great. Ooh, that one's good too. So this is what it changed it to. Design a straightforward and minimalistic logo that combines and cultivates concepts and creativity similar to a mental coffee shop. Clean lines and represent the essence of the app. So it really leaned into more of the creativity and mental. It talked about it being a mental coffee shop. I like the colors on this a lot. So I'm gonna, although this is more in alignment with the other stuff we're doing. What is this here? I have never seen it do that. Maybe it's doing another logo. Bugging out in real time. Let's see. I have a feeling this is going to break. For now, I'm going to go ahead and download that. Sorry, Prompt Perfect. You did good. This is a very good logo. I'm just feeling the colors today and the fact that it looks like a smartphone. We'll come back to this. And then we're going to take this. Bam. Idea Brew. Yeah. It looks kind of broken here. I kind of want to see where this goes, though. I could continue generating if I want. We'll probably pause on that. Cool. All right, so we have Idea Brew. We got a logo. I generate creative ideas for new GPTs. So let's say type generate for a random idea for a new GPT. Why can I not type generate? And then conversation starter, blam blam. Let's go ahead and save it. And you can publish only people with the link are public. We'll make it public after this, but I want to see what happens. Meal planner and grocery assistant app. I'm going to do 5 different generations before we call it quits, just to make sure real world problems doesn't only equal the same 3 ideas over and over again, because that would be not very useful. Let's generate again. Oh my god. Current usage cap. That happens to me all the time. On these videos a lot too. Shafan. Let's edit it then, because I can do some generations in there. It's a little hack. But I'll have to, there's no respin button. Meal prep magic is another one. So the last one was meals and grocery lists. This one's meal prep magic. What if we did, so generate a list of 20 real world problems. Damn. Maybe we edit this to personal or professional problems. Oh yeah, I like that. That might be, so everywhere we said real world, let's say it solves a personal or professional problem. Let's take this out. People's professional and personal problems. All right. What happens if we do generate now? Mindful meal plan. We're back at meals. All right, I'm going to stop it so it doesn't have to keep going. Stop button's great if things are going slow and you trying to work through some things. No, I'm not quite sure what's happening here. We're just going super slow. Green print journey. This looks new. An app designed to reduce carbon footprint through personalized, actionable advice. I like it. Something we could build. It also will not let me stop this now. We're cruising. I could reload the page, but let's just take a look and see what happens. There's a lot of performance issues lately with ChatGPT. They've turned off new subscriptions for paid users. Language Leap, I like that one. We've went through it already. Let's see. Memory Lane, digital journal, I like that. Written journal entries, ask the app to engage questions. I like it. That would be an easy GPT too, where you kind of just journal for the day and it turns it into brief notes or even a voice memo. All right, I want to see what the next one would be. Home harmony, app designed. So one thing I want to do, actually, so this looks good. I like all this. Goals good as well. The same person will be using it. The same user will come back for more and more ideas. So please let's make it bold, extremely random in your suggestions. Do not prioritize one problem over others. All right, now let's see if we get a meal plan on the first one. Mindful meeting assistant, there we go. I like it. Recommends adjustments to an agenda. There we go. So you basically just put a meeting agenda in it. I like it. I like it. Let's find another one. Personal finance tutor. Okay, cool. I think that randomness helps a lot. I like it. And then let's say, what should I eat tonight? It should tell me to use \generate. There we go. You must type \generate to get one of them. I dig it. One cool thing we could do too is if you see down here, we have web browsing, Dolly. We don't need Dolly. We honestly don't need web browsing either. So we'll take those off. It'll make it a little easier for the model to not have to juggle like thinking on every prompt whether it needs to look at the internet or not, or whether it needs to generate an image. The way these work is you put something in and it puts it through this lens of like, do I answer it? Do I do anything from the custom instructions? Do I search the web? Do I use code interpreter? Do I use Dolly? So turning them off, they won't even be featured in there. Makes it a little simple, more simple and clean. I like it though. Type \generate for a random idea. For a new GPT. To get a random idea. To get a random idea for a new GPT. Use \generate. Yeah. Type, people might go like, okay, I do this, or this, why isn't it there? So we'll be clear with our message. Use \generate to get a random idea. Boilerplates here. It seems to make sense. I would go use it in production, but not allowed to. I got cut off. I feel like the guy, like a guy at a bar who, oh shit, I thought it copied the link. Here we go. I've overserved myself on chats and ChatGPT, so here I am getting cut off by the bartender, which is OpenAI. But I will put the link for Idea Brew down here. You can go to the other videos, find our other GPTs as well if you want to test them. I use them to create the description and titles for these videos. Yeah, we'll get a website up at some point with all of the different GPTs that have been created. It's going to be a lot. I'm planning on doing, every workday for as long as I can, creating another new one. Idea Brew is going to be helpful for if I don't find anything in my day-to-day life. We'll come here, generate some ideas for a new GPT, and we'll do that live. Great. We'll see you next time.